The Newsday continues here on One News Now. I am Mon Gualvez. The Metropolitan Waterworks and Sewerage System assures the public that there will be no increase in water rates after amendments were made to water concession agreements. The amended concession agreements included a mechanism that allows Manila Water and Maynilad to recover costs amid high inflation. The MWSS based on costs of fuel and other goods and materials. Executive Secretary Lucas Bersamin says that President Bongbong Marcos should not be restrained from appointing anyone to be part of his cabinet. Bersamin said this in response to calls for the president to avoid appointing officials from among those who lost in the last elections. Bersamin added that President Marcos has the full political power to appoint anyone to his cabinet. Marcos Jr. revealed his plan to reorganize his cabinet after the one-year appointment ban ended on May 9.
We cannot actually limit the discretion of the president in choosing the people whom he believes could deliver on his agenda for the people of the Philippines.
We'll be back with more stories after the break. Keep it here on One News. You're still watching One News Now. I am Mon Gualvez. Former Senator Leila De Lima will remain detained in Camp Crame as she awaits the resolution of her petition for bail on her last illegal drug case. Justin Punsalang with the report.
Former Senator Leila De Lima happily waved to her supporters outside the Muntinlupa Regional Trial Court after being acquitted over the illegal drug trading charges filed against her. This is one of the remaining drug charges filed against the former senator. According to her legal counsel, Attorney Bonita Cardon, De Lima was grateful for the court's decision.
Nung narinig niya na siya ay acquittal, siya ay napaluha. At siyempre, tuwan-tuwa, nagpapasalamat talaga siya sa hukuman, nagpapasalamat siya sa mga kababayan natin, nagpapasalamat siya sa inyong mga media na sinabi niya hindi siya pinabayaan at patuloy na sumama sa kanyang laban sa panggigipit.
Cardon said that among the reasons behind the decision to acquit De Lima was the lack of positive evidence. The retraction of former Bucor OIC Rafael Ragos's allegations against the detained former senator proved significant in her acquittal. This was also why De Lima's political ally Attorney Chel Jokno knew that she would be able to walk free soon.
Ultimo, nasa kamay ng judge yung desisyon na yan. But based on my reading of the evidence, there really was not enough evidence to convict her. Dahil nung nawala yung testimonya ni Ragos, ay wala na rin basehan yung kaso.
Ging Quintos Deles, who previously worked closely with De Lima, said that she felt both happy and hurt upon hearing the judge's decision.
Ibang klaseng saya, no? To finally, kasi syempre that was our hope, no? At alam ko all of this time naman na hinihintay namin ito sa lahat ng nangyayari. We were sure of her innocence, pero iba talaga yung narinig mo yung judge finally saying it.
De Lima's supporters were also unrelentless. They cheered on the former senator when they found out that she was acquitted. They said they never doubted De Lima's innocence.
Dahil alam po namin na wala pong ginawang mali si Senator.
Naniniwala kami na si Senator Leila De Lima ay inosente at napakahusay na senadora na kailangan natin ngayon ng ating bansa.
Meanwhile, progressive group Movement Against Disinformation said De Lima's acquittal was a proof of how truth will always trump dis and misinformation.
Could not imagine the judge making any other decision when such testimony, the only testimony against her, was discredited with a recantation. We're happy, truth prevailed. However, we have to ask the question, why did she stay in jail for 6 years with the result in the end to be acquittal?
De Lima will remain detained in Camp Crame while waiting for the resolution on her camp's petition for bail over the last illegal drug charges against her. For News 5, Justine Punsalang. We are One News.
Former President Rodrigo Duterte accepts the acquittal of former Senator Leila De Lima in her second illegal drug case. That's according to former Presidential Legal Counsel Attorney Sal Panelo. In a statement, Panelo said that the former president was not interested in De Lima's ongoing legal battle since he has nothing to do with the case. Panelo also insisted that Duterte never intervened with the judicial process. De Lima was a staunch critic of the Duterte administration's war on drugs before being charged with offenses concerning illegal drug trade in the New Bilibid prison in 2017. Here are other stories we're keeping our eyes on. Agri-Group Sinag warns that the country's white onion supply could last only until July. The group says the country needs to import at least 7,500 metric tons of white onions to ensure sufficient supply. Meanwhile, the Foreign Affairs Department insists on upholding the welfare and protection of Filipino migrant workers in its talk with Kuwait over visa suspension. The Kuwaiti government announced that it will suspend issuance of entry visas for Filipinos after the Philippines allegedly violated the labor agreement when it issued a deployment ban in February. And a new Miss Universe Philippines will be crowned today. The pageant will be hosted by Alden Richards and Sian Lim to be joined by Miss Universe 2019 Zozibini Tunzi. The event will be held at the MOA Arena later at 6 p.m. And those are the top stories of the hour. Join us later at 12 noon as we continue to monitor the day's biggest stories. I am Mon Gualvez. We are One News.